that makes the world blow up.
Shit.
Damn, sorry. Check out Boom.
Oh, Goom's here, so I forgive you. By the way, I just ate all day kettle corn, and it was yummy. And I know you're so jealous.
I'm not. I'm not at all.
It was yummy. It was good. Even if you don't believe me.
I'm willing to try it.
It's good. It's not like caramel popcorn. It's kettle corn. I don't know why they say caramel popcorn.
Oh, so it doesn't have like caramel on it. It's just like
No.
kind of.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
man,
that actually sounds better then.
guys, we've dropped below 30 members in the Discord. Once again.
Oopsie.
Bye.
Hi.
Hi, hello.
Hello, young Sheldon.
Bazinga.
Wow, you said the famous line.
Thanks for that.
Of course.
How honored.
Stanley is here.
Wow.
Oh, Stanley.
Oh, sorry.
He's looking at me because I'm looking at confections.
What kind of confections?
Chocolate.
Wow. I'm looking at ramen.
Wow.
Uncooked, of course. This is straight up Sailor Tunes to me.
It kind of is. It's Pokemon
It's a
Mystery
little
Dungeon.
bit sea shanty too, but like
We're sailing the seven seas.
It's a little bit what too?
it's a little bit sea shanty too.
Sea Shanty too. I guess.
You don't know sea shanty too?
No? I don't know what that
What?
is. I know what a sea shanty is. I know that that's a song. That's a genre.
Oh, there was only one, but then they made another.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of crazy.
I'm pulling up sea shanty too. Oh, almost pasted it into an announcement.
Announcement, be fancy too.
I know this song. It's playing
Mhm.
very quietly onto the stream. Very, very quietly. I love sea shanty too. I didn't know it had a name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you know.
Now I know. But yeah, we dropped below 30 members because when I did the at everyone, it did not ask me, are you sure you want to send that? You're gonna
Oh.
be messaging over 30 people. Not anymore.
Well,
Let me send it right away. Whoever left, oh. Well, we're gonna rumble. No, I'm kidding. trying to see, like, who's in here? Me?
I left, sorry.
You left? Oh. There's Jay, Miley, and Nick, and Paper, and Leo. There's all sorts of people. I'm gonna count them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26,
Shouldn't there
28,
be
29, 30.
You just open server details and it'll tell you.
That's it? I just counted this 30. So I need over 30 for it to give me the message that it says, oh no, you're gonna add over 30 people.
I don't think it counts bots.
No, I didn't count the bot.
Oh.
We have 30 total excluding me.
Does Uber not even work anymore?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think we tried to use it and it did not work. Where's the... Where do I find information? Members. 32 members, and that's including me and UberDuck. So there's 30 people. Yippee! Kim is licking his tail.
Wow.
Getting stinky.
Mhm.
I wanted to hold Stanley in my arms someday.
You have to.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know if Jag is coming today?
It hasn't said anything, but I do know it's been super busy and it has like quizzes and lab reports to do, so.
True. The good news is we're in the bonus section of the game, so it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we're gonna start very, very shortly, as soon as this song is done. Go to the screen. Open the game. Where is it? I love to not be able to find it. It's my favorite thing. Change window. I need to plug my controller in. Controller
Yeah.
works good if it's plugged in.
You don't need to do that.
Oh, okay. Smile. Hello?
Hi.
Controller works okay if you plug it in a second time. Controller feels normal. What you drinking?
Huh?
I heard a gulp.
What?
Someone made drinking noises, and for once it wasn't me.
It's not me.
Oh, it wasn't me, but I am eating uncooked ramen.
Oh, well, that might do
Of
it.
course you are. Why is my controller scared?
Sure it's not your computer?
Yeah, maybe I'll close the... There we go. Working fine with my computer, so hopefully the emulator will this. Okay, yeah, we're good now. Now I'll reshare my screen again. Love it. Wonderful. Okay. I don't remember what's happening. Oh, right! I forgot! I miss him so much. This extremely bizarre woman was here. I asked her about everything in the world. Like my trophy. Did you take a look at this? You. Yes. You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks.
No.
Didn't even look at me. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get a rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it! So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Okay. Take my knife. No. I assume she doesn't care about anything in my inventory. Let's leave. Remix. February 22nd. Police Department entered. Looks good. Ooh, we're finally here. Why would they put the detectives so far away from the prosecutor's office? That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. This is my first time to the police department, actually. Question mark. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing? Why does it undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you know a lot about the police department.
Well, we are always fucking here.
He said it's his first time here.
That's
No,
not
he
true.
does seem familiar somehow. He said that. He said it himself.
He said it, but he's fucking fibbing. He was just
Right.
here 2
He said
weeks
it, but he's
ago.
blatantly wrong.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast.
Ah.
Gumshoe.
Hey, pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Typically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. There's a chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Okay, I believe you. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. Better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not?
Too late.
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief
Too late.
prosecutor has confessed to the crime. That she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. Or whatever the evidence was faked. Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? He's like, can we get away from this girl for a moment? This child that is following you around. Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? The relative of the suspect. This guy's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Gee, I wonder why. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. True. I've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. He's normal. Isn't there anything else you should be doing? The chief of police himself is directing the investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. Patrolman in charge of the crime scene. Unheard of, pal. Okay. Do you like anything in my inventory? Did you remember that I'm an attorney? Detective. Here's my attorney's badge. Show this to me every time we meet now. Maybe so. Real men show the police badge. Enough said. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Wait. Speaking of ID cards, I found that detective's card, didn't I? Don't worry about that. Here are my trophies. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. You had the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. He even got naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Yeah, we've heard about the rumors. Check out his knife. He found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Somebody must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. He's fine. Anyway, check out my ID. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Hey pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you turn it into the police. People like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Hey, Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. my one fraction of a second of anger. Don't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim.
I love you, Gumshoe.
Wow. I guess we haven't met him yet. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Maybe he can. So, this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground when we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but... word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there in the parking lot. Man is confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Yeah, he did kill that guy, remember? Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Edward was found innocent.
Doesn't
Listen,
stop the
pal.
rumors.
There have always been rumors about Edward. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses, nothing
Killing other
outright,
guys.
but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against it. Well, Mr. Edward has always had unusually strong ties to department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edward is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us.
He has such a good heart.
Truly the martyr of our time. He's awesome. Let's check everything out. I want to look at the creature. I was wondering about that. What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs, and I just did my thing, pal.
He loves arts and crafts.
Nice work. It's a little... shaky.
Uncanny.
It's a little shaky. And, it's got a flag and a red baseball bat?
I think it's a
It's a
baton.
baton.
Either way, same thing.
Someone has broken him at some point, clearly, because his thing is all taped.
Yeah, he's got a jester hat on. He's got a
Hmm.
big old belt and no other clothes. And a sash.
Which, you know, I suppose a jester hat is appropriate for a police mascot.
Of
Well,
course.
there's also a sash.
A sash. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere.
I don't like that.
That's scary.
I like the music. I like the wiggle underneath the left, like the viewer's left eye. It looks like it's crying.
Yeah.
There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Man,
You kind
Why?
of condemn this thing to a cruel fate.
poor Blue Badger, ready to dance until he drops. Blue Badger,
Just
I
like
can
all
report
those
record.
people in France.
And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? Met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Officer Marshall. He's some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. Sure is. Could've fooled me.
Okay, man.
From West LA. For a
Well,
moment
that's
there, I wasn't
crazy.
sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene, maybe. Letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Okay. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Not true. I always get excited when I come to the police station. Why's that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Well, you know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And I said, hey, do that?
Hey,
People get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Love wins. The man in here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. wonder if they'll be selling fingerprints and sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want to set at home? Except for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure out who without the extra help. Phoenix wouldn't get it. It's Wright. Do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea why. Oh, I think they're designed after a panda.
You are so wise.
Profound. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. A game theory. Do you mind me asking how he came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, we had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? Good conversation. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? Do. Dial 911. Thousands of people dream this face every night. Have you seen this man? You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like these people in the posters. They hardly even look human. It has a point. I don't know what the point is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's the thing. The exaggerate features that people like point out as being significant. They exaggerate them in the hopes that people will take more notice of them. So they don't actually.
Strange. I don't think I've ever seen like a police sketch. So I wouldn't know. Detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Not a chance, my friend. Alright. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on about things I don't know about. You just told me all about the Blue Badger. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. And he doesn't want to talk to me about anything. His funny laugh. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. I think the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry. Looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Who are you? Who are you talking to? Oh, still here? Hello. I have surprised looks. Didn't I mention? I got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. To the security guard. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy. You're looking like a doggy that lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene.
Does he shave it?
He's trying to.
Well, I like him, so it's fine.
I think he's funny.
I think he's cool.
There's something I wanted to ask you. Scene of the crime. A cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep!
Me.
He's just like smiling. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? I want to ask him more questions and see if he falls asleep again. Scene of the crime, a cold grave, and me, I watch over them as they sleep. Snore. Thanks for that sound.
You're welcome.
We should show him the Blue Badger. Alright, compadre, count of 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. You're not from Texas. Remind me never to visit Texas. Alright. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you. Fan letters to me go right into the spittoon. The letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe. Ah, that old cow dog. You holding a birthday party or something? Oh. Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think you just miswrote it. Right, Detective Gumshoe, I owe you one. No worries. This purse is from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. That's awesome. He's so real for that. Guess I better let you in then. Well, thank you, Officer Marshall. Officer Marshall isn't a detective, he's a patrolman. That reminds me of something. That is odd. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, who's your calling? Welcome to our Gold Strike. Felix the Settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Oh my god. Let's have a...
Oh god,
what
don't
is
say
a
that.
hootenanny? What does that mean? What's a
That's a
hootenanny?
good old-fashioned party. So,
Note to self. Police
no
investigations are like
hootenannies.
settling land. I'd
It's like
say
some
so.
prospector
No.
shit.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of invitation crumpled and discarded.
That's so mean.
Look at Blue Badger.
I would
Please.
have delicately put it back in my bag.
Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. You was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now?
Oh, so it's not a typo, that's just how they fucking spell it in this game?
I
Okay.
guess. Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna. Told me the tale. Are you talking about the woman with the munches? Like he needs the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest. A fine piece of work. Remix. This here's the autopsy report. Autopsy report and report record. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Death due to loss of blood. One night wound died within an hour and a half at 4 p.m. February 21st between 4 and 5:30. The loss of blood from chest wound. By 12cm knife. Single stab wound was found. Okay. Do I have a profile for this guy? I have a profile for this guy. Hey man. Patrolman investigating the incident at the prosecutor's office. Thinks he's a cowboy. Thinks he's a cowboy. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambino. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. With the chief prospector. Why did you say that? But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? So it seems like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. If you say so. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. Calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, I'll tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? If it gets by you, does it, Bambino? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of the cattle run. By order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet. Look at Gumshoe, kicked out of the investigation? You be nice to my friend. Did you know that I'm a nope, I'm an attorney.
You're not a detective, yeah.
I'm not a detective. I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star. A lone star. Shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of the night. Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight. That's the sheriff's badge. Interesting. Do you like this ID I found? What's that? Some sort of police passport? It's a Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, it's found a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance in this rat hole. If you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Would you shut up about Texas? Texas. This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self. If you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. Do not. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. You like my trophy? Ah, a toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly can you shield with that? Toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? And they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self. The prosecutor's office in criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. There's my knife. What's my parking stub? By 12 p.m. Prospector's bright red steed came in at a trot real slow like. Trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse. What you mean is, the killer intended to use Edward's car all along. With the autopsy report? No. And I know he hates Blue Badger because he's sicko. Let's examine. Step 1. Red car. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. Crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. What a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. This, like, string. This rope, is it... Yep, they laid it to the outline of the victim's body. Oh, I see, it's in the shape of, like, a person. I just thought it was, like, rolled out, and I was like, what's going on? No, wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. No. Got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. A block, area reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. What? I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. The audacity to say such a thing. B block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design of the door. The cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. It's fine, I promise, it's fine, don't worry. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Let's check it out. Right. Let's check it out. Stop moving my cursor for me. Okay.
Don't you love this exciting touchscreen action?
It's kind of bad.
Yeah, it was on the DS too.
Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know.
My strap isn't boring.
Nope. Here, check out mine. It's a big princess strap.
Awesome.
You don't say. That's kind of awesome, I gotta be honest. These are hard to come by, you know. I can't imagine that they are.
It's a very popular series.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh. Oh.
Anyway, he is as popular as ever with the kids. Remix, by the way.
The Pink Princess uses he/him pronouns.
It's true. Look at this blue. The display is still on the redial button. Redial. Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to dial the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? Surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know things about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that you never know with people from your generation. He's
An
like
old bitch.
24. He's like 8 years older than she is. My god. If I met some teenager and they said something like that to me, I'd be like, what are you talking about? Whatever, let's check this phone out. Oh god, you're gonna make me look at it more. Show me the redial button. Now I wonder who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Beep. This is awesome. This is so awesome. Hey, that song, I know that! You now, Phoenix? Hey, what's going on over there?
We touched the phone.
Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. Pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over here. Whose is it? That belonged to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? My sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look,
Ryan, I
last
think
call.
I don't know if you saw it. He said Chief Prospector.
I know, he says it all the time and I keep missing it.
It's great.
It's so stupid. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now, one of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone.
What is that thing?
Oh. He got the... This is like a house phone that I know
It's a
several...
Nokia, I think.
I know several people who had this specific Nokia house phone.
Mm.
He just carries it around. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right when we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. Uh-huh.
Phoenix, I know you passed the bar exam. Think a little bit.
Wait, what'd you say?
I know you passed the bar exam, Phoenix, right? Think for like 2 seconds, please.
He doesn't do that.
I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I haven't studied the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone and a court record. Gone. What are you doing,
You
man?
good? You sound like you're like diving underwater.
What? No, I'm laying down. Sorry.
An oil drum. Looks like it's
You're
filled with
lying to us.
water.
I think you're under the ocean.
No, I'm under the
You know, they
pillows.
shoot you for lying in Texas, you know?
Okay, fucking take your 10
Okay.
pistols. Oh, duel.
Duel. Sorry, it's 458. Can't do it. It's heavy, I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in there and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, we may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. But I'm not suspicious. The car where the body was found. Get me out of here. I guess that's everything. This is a big block. Unless I can look in the trunk specifically.
Did you look at the A?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. Right. 67S122. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Okay, so this is one of Goodman's, like, note pages, and it says this. For some reason. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? If yourself, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I mean,
Literally.
yes.
Literally. So true. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. He might. They're always giving him numbers and letters. Okay. Hi, Marshall. I miss Edgeworth. Will he be here? No. Hey, man. Like... I know. He does not know about that. He does not know about that. Let's go... back. You like my phone? My sister's cell phone. The last time it was used was 5/18, right after Dylan was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. Why did Lana make that call? Alright. Maybe we should go see Lana. Nope, she's gone. Maybe we should go hang out. Here, see this? Ah, I've noticed that defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things. What is this? Behavioral study of lawyers?
Yes.
It is. See this? My attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. The person who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. My position is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. He analyzed it scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion in the stove pipes. I'd give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. You like the blue badger, please? So... Nothing? Nothing at all? You don't care about anything in the world? You hate me? You hate me? Go back to the police department? Wait, I already did go here. Unless I missed something? Oh no! Oh. We made it. We're good. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but gold mine of evidence against you. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... There's something between this cop and her sister that I didn't know about. I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here, but who? I think you killed somebody. I think this guy killed somebody.
Could have.
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence, crazy testimonies, you name it. He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. Rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything, and everything's everything to them. He's making me say prospectors. That's not what they are. Follow the rumors about Edward to their source. Find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Amina, it's your sister. Chief Prospector Lana Sky. What? Sister? Edward couldn't muscle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edward was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. The big old secret hidden around there somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edward? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. Says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that just rang wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? What I'd like to know is, why are they talking about this, like, right next to Marshall? He's, like, right there. Like, he's still there. He's still hanging out.
It's fine. He can't hear them.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, he got
He's looking the
distracted
other
by
way.
a tumbleweed.
He had a bug. I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? I hung up right away. Detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued. Phoenix, I think it's gonna take a little while for us to figure out what's going on. I think it might be today and next week. I don't think we're gonna figure it
And the
out.
week after.
And the week after that, and the week after that. Next day, and the next day, and the next day, the next day, and the next day, the next day. Anyway, February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. You're gonna die! They're gonna kill you! I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? Defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Sai, you remind me a lot of Mia. Oh, bye, Smiley.
Oh.
Where'd Smiley go?
He's typing. He's dyeing his sister's hair.
Oh, I see.
Oh, well, there's Orion.
No, I'm here. My mom was over.
Hmm.
She was doing something. Anyway, but there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. She said I will not be elaborating. That you just said something to me? No, you didn't. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. Never mind, you still get the visions. I'll be alone in there. I have to discover the truth all by myself. With the power of looking at evidence, I guess. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. February 23rd, 10 a.m. The courtroom number 9. I didn't know there was a courtroom number 9. My friend Edward is here! My friend Edward is here! The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Guy. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edward. I haven't been in court since Edward killed that guy. It's been a while now. Hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. Man. That sounds like a you problem. I will choose the path I think is right regardless.
Unnecessary feelings for Phoenix, right? Doesn't mean he's not allowed to have them.
I will choose the path I think is right regardless of what those around me might say. Judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lannis Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, he was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lawn. How? Much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like I'm confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Hey. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down.
What? He just took it and ate it. Okay.
And for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. She's so normal. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? This is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
Struggle.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes.
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Prosecution won't wait. I'm not finished eating. He's hungry.
Bro.
They've never fed him before. They've never fed him in his life.
Everyone just has to stand for 15 minutes while the judge eats.
Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective? Ah! Ha! I know who you are. Pop-up? Pop-up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? I might have the court's attention over here. No. Parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. Block A is for... Wait. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes. The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Floor plans added to the court record. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are willing to accept the truth, Your Honor. Not to see to crush what little hope they have remaining. Ken, give them your worst, Miss Star. Why are you saying that?
Why are you praying for my downfall?
Wait, are they talking about me?
Yes. Yes, buddy.
Wedding. This is account. Stanley has just curled up to lay down, by the way. He's using his chicken leg as a pillow.
Oh, I love when they do this.
Licking his lips. Listening. He knows I'm talking about him. And he's so cute. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend, and I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective instincts working. Then, through a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car.
Everyone fucking hates Edward's car.
I think it's so funny. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand, and she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Okay. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay, sure. It'll be fine. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. What do you mean by that? How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing the inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? Was fired. Nick, what are you doing?
I told you I'm laying down.
I'm laying
We're all
down!
snuggled up.
My headphones are really next to the pillow. Sorry.
To me,
It really does sound like you're calling us from like the bottom of the ocean.
yeah, you sound like you're in the Mariana Trench.
Don't sit up. It's good. It's good.
Oh, wonderful.
To me,
Well, that sounded like a
prosecutors
fart.
are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. This boyfriend, he's a detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. Wait! That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend and that boyfriend and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunch, thanks. Tip yourself. The judge had to think before replying. Hi, Zag. Nick is going for a swim.
Reverb
Yeah.
sounds.
The security guard will remain in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. You don't say, Phoenix. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? I'm a visitor now. I parked in B block. So she was in E block when she witnessed the crime. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective instincts working. Sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of murder? It felt like, how would you say, oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you do a pumpkin chock full of seeds. What does that mean?
I
I
don't
have
know
no
the
idea
feeling.
what that means.
You know how it is with pumpkins and their
You have a
damn seeds.
detective's instincts. Wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. He was like a young cheese.
You know he eated a cheese.
Young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience of the streets. A greenhorn. I, of course, am hard yellow sharp as a tack.
Hey?
Okay. I
You
think
heard,
stink,
you heard.
too. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Then, through a wired fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. A garish car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you were sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. He's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always complain. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me, I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. I like this grumpy face she's making. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You can cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph. You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. This is my first time seeing this photograph. You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, most certainly the defendant. Crime photo added to the court record. Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Lana Skye. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Okay. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 10 centimeters long. Well, that can't be right. That just can't be right. That just cannot be right. It simply can't be right. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Why would he measure it?
Yes, that's about right. You know why.
You know how Edgeworth is.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife. But then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Tell the court why you can try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. Why does she keep saying that? Said that before.
She
Anything
really
else?
likes Monty Python.
It seems she does. Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. But what do we do? Is this it? Has sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panic next to me makes me feel calmer. Don't smile like that. Alright, so she always knew a day like this would be called. What kind of stuff do I have in here? That's not helpful right now.
I mean, you know something she said was wrong.
I know that the knife length was wrong, but that wasn't like its own thing.
Oh, that wasn't?
No. Like, it's not like its own statement. It was something that she said while she was elaborating on another thing. But I'll see if that's anything. Also, I don't know. You can't estimate how many centimeters something is. If you say 10 and it's 12, you're not that far off.
Yeah, but it's Ace Attorney.
That's true. I think perhaps it was my finely honed detective instincts working. Through wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. She was holding a knife in her right hand. I can present the knife? I guess. Did she give a time at all? Probably not. But I have a time. No. check out this knife that I have. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. Oh, we're doomed. How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related? They kind of are, but if you say so.
Are
Not
you
at all.
winning, son?
No, I'm not. I think that won me any points to
The
judge.
blue badger.
The blue badger.
The blue badger. The green runner.
Apparently she stabbed the guy in the chest. I'm pretty sure that's also right. Yeah.
I don't think it's that evidence, but like I don't actually remember what the answer is. I think it might be something to
For
do
the
with
for the knife one?
the right hand, because remember her surprise like gasping sprite. Like there's something about her right hand in that.
Yeah.
It was a little fucked up.
And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife? As I've already said, yes. Good on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? And why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Ahem. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. Is it a normal voice? Be a little more careful with our evidence, shall we? It is you that needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. No, it wasn't. That's not what she said. How can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? Bye, Nick.
Nick has
Dark
died
crimson
badly.
stain
Oh, there he goes.
on the chief prosecutor's coat.
It is in black and white.
It's a black and white photograph. Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
In 2016, we didn't have color.
No,
Well,
we
Mr.
didn't have
Wright,
color photographs yet.
no, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr.
No
Wright,
problem.
are you going to just sit there and take this kind of abuse? Get a better idea. I don't even remember what's happening. What are they arguing about?
They're arguing that the picture was taken after the murder.
Oh. Didn't she specifically say that she took a picture and then she saw the weapon go down? Like, she gave us the picture before. Like, didn't she specifically do that? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. Thanks, Emma.
It's like, well, I guess, but
Literally. I didn't have time to stop
why
her.
is that relevant?
Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. He killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? I don't know.
You can
Are
tell because her hands are not white.
That's true. Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on?
For the lulz.
She just doesn't like to get dirty.
If it was not premeditated, she would
Whatever.
not be wearing those gloves. Thank you for appearing in front of the image. He's so awesome.
Thank you for the close-up.
I love his grumpy grimace.
He said, "Don't look at that image anymore. Look at me."
He slow blinks like an animal. He's trying to show Phoenix that even though he's being so mean right now, that he's still nice. He's at heart. Please answer his calls. Ah,
Please respond.
please respond. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Meditated murder. A serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. Okay. Murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves? Gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves
We'll say that first.
of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, he came to do murder. That's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was premeditated murder. It was a premeditated crime. Ah! Impressive. Sorry they took you out the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. Got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. Gotta think of a way to show that it wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
Why do you keep saying
Shut
that?
up already. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Starr's testimony is flawless. That's pretty fatal to me. I guess this is just what he says. The conversation that they have every time that we run out of stuff. Don't
Yeah,
smile
every time
like
you
that, by
go
the way.
through, every time you go through the testimony, they give you the same conversation. It's supposed to like give you a hint.
Yeah,
But that hint is irrelevant.
yeah. Because we already, like... I know that there's something wrong. I'm assuming that I have to use the thing that she just gave me. That would make the most sense. Oh man, I missed. I was like, oh, I'll just start skipping faster, and then I'll get there.
This guy just skipped the statement.
Oh.
This guy just did it
Sorry,
again!
sorry. Oh, I see, because they got rid of all of the other statements and just left this one. In replacement of, like, everything else that was related to it. Okay.
Okay, so don't worry about that.
So... Blue Badger.
Present the blue badger.
I'm not gonna
I
present
don't
the Blue
need
Badger. I'm an attorney, by the way.
You guys know that his name was Goodman? Like Soul?
Whoa.
There's no way this is relevant right now, right?
You want a real answer or are you just asking yourself?
No, I'm okay. 30% of this. It's not looking good. I was like, maybe there are fingerprints. No! No prints.
Let me know if you want a hint.
I'll let you know. See, the only thing that's running through my mind right now is, like, if she was planning to kill somebody, why is she using Edgeworth's car and Edgeworth's knife that was in his car? That's, like, the only thing that I'm like, why would you go about it in that way? Unless you were trying to frame him, which didn't work. If that was the case.
Let's investigate this phone in the middle of trial.
Let's do it. He's just like rotating in his hands like, interesting. Blue button, redial. Man, can I get a little nudge in the right direction?
You already said it.
Did.
You had a thought that was the correct answer.
The knife?
Hmm.
I mean, earlier I said I think this is not relevant. The note. The knife?
That is true.
The
But I'm
knife?
not talking about that. I just dropped a Chex Mix on my Vicks.
No!
No,
That's nasty.
not your vet.
Alright, I'm gonna present the knife. Witness, do you know what this is?
No.
A knife.
Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. He looks so morose. Like, yeah, that's mine.
He's having a terrible fucking time.
What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right?
That car is ugly as
Mommy,
hell.
our prosecutor's bad people! I like that line. The defense has a request. Why is there a child hanging out here? Is this like recreation for the people of the Ace Attorney world?
Well, I
Literally,
mean,
I'm
trials
pretty
are
sure the answer
technically
is
public,
yes.
so I mean, maybe
They
this
don't
is
have
like somebody
they don't
bringing their
have sports.
kid.
They don't have sports or
Hmm.
adult television in this world. They only have
They don't
kid
have
shows
daycare.
and court.
Dangle your kid over the barrier so they can see the lawyers better.
Literally. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Sky planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? Murder weapon. Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to plan a murder. You don't forget the weapon. Work. Order. Right, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. I just it is free. Not true. We have 2 more days. Right.
We got 12 more parts.
I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What do you mean by that? What does that mean? What?
Is there a tis on the soundboard? Can somebody
No.
play it?
No, there's. Oh wait, there might be.
No! I think there is.
It might be
Like,
default.
the default one. I'm on mobile. Hold on.
Waiting patiently.
I'm gonna have to do the rituals. Oh, just kidding. Hold on.
I like that you sound slightly different. Great! Thanks! I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. He did say that, didn't he? Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Ah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Sky, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If she wasn't, how would she have been wearing? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. You literally got fired, I don't want to hear it. Angel's deduction. Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. Off to a great start. Exactly the opposite of what Edgeworth asked for.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Again and again? Hey!
Hey,
What did she say?
What are you talking about? Loss of blood from chest wound. Wound. 1.
Wow.
Single stab wound was found. Good Lord. Victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. Does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. I don't care about anything else you said. We're going right to that statement. You were a fool. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. You idiot.
That's like wrong.
You say she stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
Green.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this. But take a look. He's going ahead and explaining it himself. He's like, you idiot.
He said you took too long.
The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
For once, he doesn't have a new autopsy report for us.
Yeah, right? You're right. Good show, Mr. Edward.
I like how that literally happens, I think, just one time, but it's so iconic that people think it happens over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everyone holds a grudge because it was such a fucking moment.
It was.
Because it was
He's literally
hilarious.
just like,
I think it
oh,
was funny as hell.
that autopsy report you
I know
have
they
is
cut the first
outdated. Literally the second case of the
It's
first
hysterical
case.
if you know a thing. Literally, it is hysterical if you know how autopsies work, also, because, I mean, sure, you can do more than one, but you wouldn't do one just, like, back to back to back, doing more autopsies.
Or, like, just magically decide that something is completely different.
Right.
I think it's good. Aha, you're right. Good show, Mr. Edward. What a hug. He's my hero, really. Brutally. What about my objection?
Admiring him.
No one noticed? Well, witness. You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one would ever mistake ketchup for blood. And now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? She lifted her knife. I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splatter blood from the victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. And tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. I was waiting for her to be like, no. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. What are you talking about? What? Are we talking about, like, the magic muffler from Pokemon?
No, it's like a clothing item.
They're talking about her
What's a
scarf.
muffler?
Her
Oh,
scarf.
that's so strange. It's a strange thing. How ghastly the whole scene was. What are you talking about? She doesn't even have it on. She's literally not even wearing it. Her neck is naked. Her neck is naked.
Naked.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect is not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself. With this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Well, yeah,
Even
Triple
Edge
Edward
was
could be so
frustrated with
clueless.
her.
Literally, he's like, you're so stupid, get out of here. I'm sure you'll make a good lunch lady, have no fear. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. So true.
Do you think Edgeworth has bought lunch from her before?
Probably.
No.
I think it would be funny if he had, even though I don't think he did.
He probably makes his own lunches. He does meal planning. He packs all of his
Oh,
lunches
he
for the
does.
week. On
He's
like
fine.
Sunday
Yeah.
night.
Fresh.
You know what? That is what he does. He gets a meal
My
kit delivered.
little friend. Yes.
And not even one where you cook it yourself. One of the ones that are pre-packaged.
No. This is what he does. He makes a big batch of like all his favorite food because he has food that he'll only eat. So he makes a big batch of all his foods that he eats, and then he just packages individual containers for every day of the week that are all the exact same meal, and then he puts them in the fridge, and he just brings them.
He makes Gumshoe heat them up for him.
He makes Gumshoe heat them up for him because he can't heat up food himself. He's just like for real. It'll make him feel nauseous. What was my objection? Chopped liver? Nobody likes feeding a child. But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude. Now back to business. What?
He said back to work.
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. Saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Only some things. Oh, she went from being like, I could never make a mistake in my whole life, I'm perfect and I'm awesome and everybody likes me, and now she's like, I might remember this. Ultimately, we couldn't shake what most important part of her testimony. Most important part? Part where your sister stabs the victim. Why does she keep, like, reading his mind? Or is he just, like, whispering to himself? This next testimony might be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in the earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made the escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You wouldn't understand.
You are quite concerned about the scarf, aren't you? I think she's insane. I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. They're both snakes. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Attorney Wright gets bitten by a snake. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. He knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. Predator, this one. A leopard woman. A leopard woman, roar.
Okay.
Roar. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Everyone is so tired of this woman. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
Why? Why would she do that?
Don't care. Why? What are you talking about? She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard was her say the word muffler. Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking to her phone. Phone? You mean his cell phone? Sure, why not? Let's check. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately. By memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. Not a good metaphor. No. Never say that.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
No, the court doesn't see Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? Right.
Your testimony makes no goddamn sense.
In the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order. So she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You could, of course, add this to your testimony. Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Cell phone updated in court record. For the second time, it's been updated now. gave up trying to use the phone on the wall and just used her cell phone. Can I look at what was added? The word muffler was overheard during the call made by Emma. Made to Emma at 580. That's too good. That's too funny. Anything else to say about this? You think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. If you say so. And when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright?
Smirks evilly.
See, now the only thing that's on my mind is that, like, this is where we found the phone, and this is where she says that she arrested her and she dropped the phone. So why is the phone over here?
Why is it indeed?
Nope. That statement contradicts its evidence. It's bad. I hate it. It sucks. No, that didn't go so well. I'm probably on the right track, but I don't know how they want me to tell them. Unless I just pick up the phone. If this doesn't work, I'll just reset and get my stuff back. Nope. Alright! Woo! Woo!
We beat the game, everybody.
Who wants to play speedrun?
Excuse me.
Here.
Thanks. Remix.
You ever heard of knives? And by the way, you're gonna be eating humble pie or whatever you said. Thanks. Are you guys enjoying the music?
Smirking evilly.
Working evilly. You?
No, he is.
Oh. Alright. Back on track. So... This guy tried to run? Sorry, my sister is so suspicious. I'm sorry, my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. You want this one?
Hold on. I'm gonna check to make sure we got no show.
Sound like you're eating a yummy treat.
I am, it's my Chex Mix.
Oh yeah!
I got it. You can continue.
Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. Okay.
Around.
The suspect attempted to run behind the partition off to her side. I think we caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Huh. It wasn't the floor plans or the cell phone that they wanted, at least for this specific portion of the thing. So let's say what we need to do. Arresting her on the spot, because then we don't know why her phone fell on the ground, where it did. No. Nope. I'm gonna need a little nudge in the direction that I'm supposed to be going. I don't know what's going on.
You have to present evidence on the new statement.
On the new statement.
Happy 6 p.m.
5:59
My
p.m.
normal feels time.
Happy 6 p.m. Is this the new statement, or is the other one new?
Hold on, I'm not reading. Yeah, that's the new one.
Okay. And they don't want the phone, and they don't want the party lot floor plans.
I was gonna say, like, not to give the answer. Actually, I won't say anything.
Okay.
Because I don't want to give away the answer if you don't want it.
Yeah, I'm still thinking. My only thing is, like, well, my second thing, because my first thing is that I don't know how the phone got over there. But then my other thing is, like, I don't know why she was trying to use the phone. Like, why would she run to the emergency phone if she had her own phone? Granted, back when this game was made, you had to pay for minutes. So maybe it was cheaper. Maybe the emergency phone was free and she wouldn't have to get a bill later for her minutes. I don't know. Can I get another hint? Like a little smidgen?
You. It's like.
It's Blue Badger, right?
Yeah, of course. It's always the Blue Badger. You've done it already.
I've done it already?
Yeah. Like, without giving you the answer, you presented this before, and I don't know why it didn't work.
Oh!
because it's
Yeah,
the right
I was
answer.
I was like looking at the thing at the wiki because I'm like, I don't understand why that didn't work.
Maybe it was I don't know, maybe I didn't really look at the screen well. Maybe you did it on a different statement. Maybe it switched at the last second.
It's one of
Like-
these three, right? It's one of these three?
Yes, because you did the right thing earlier, but it was like, oh, you're wrong.
I mean, sometimes it's just like the game is just like, no, that wasn't the right time that we wanted you to present it. It's like, what do you fucking mean? Like on the right statement, the right evidence, but it didn't want you to do it yet. So it's like,
Yeah, I did press until she was like, alright, I'm only saying this once, so like I'm assuming they want it now. But oh no. I'll do the floor plans again. Nope, they don't like it.
I don't know why they don't. That spoiler alert, that is the right answer. I don't know why it's not letting you present it.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe I'll have to press it one more time or something.
Maybe.
They hate me. They hate my beautiful mind. I was so
Like,
smart.
I'm looking.
I literally had it down pat. I knew it in my mind, and they were like,
I believe in
Like,
strategy. We
I
can
am
doc.
literally looking. Yeah, that is what I'm looking at, and that's what it should be. So I don't.
saying this again.
I'll
And
go
I
to a
can tell
different
she's
guy.
saying it again because it's letting me skip it. Saw her doing this.
Guide me.
Guide
Through
me.
achievement.com.
Unless I need to get another thing. She made to escape, can you be more specific? Brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like it's all with the lard on a plate of foie gras?
Foie
Some kind
gras.
of something. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum. There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that?
Oh! Oh!
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The car entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. I wish she would solve a few before finding more, though. Can Miss Sky try to run? Sorry, my sister says suspicious for the 9,000th time, and it won't let me skip it because I keep on resetting. Guess I'll save now. Maybe it'll.
You
Maybe it'll
didn't.
be healthy.
I know what you have to do now.
Oh. Is there something else that I have to press or present on?
You have to present this. You have to present. You have to press the second and the third statement, and then you present the evidence.
Oh. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details? Yeah. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. Lunchline car was... There's a visitor, and thus she was parked in B block. Remix! So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over to it, of course. Amazing! The pop-up queen, lunch lady athlete indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. She couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. How come Miss Sky didn't get away? When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. You're trying to use the phone on the wall, use your cell phone. So now it should be healthy and make me feel okay?
Yeah.
There we go. Thank God. I have to conclude that you have personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out of 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, I'll make you cough it all up. Look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Order. What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. He's not coughing up lunch. He's coughing up lies.
Oh.
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. That's exactly what lie this witness has told to the court. And when the counterattack begins, you can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about what she saw, where she saw it, the order of events. Oh god. Oh god, it could be a couple. I gotta think. I gotta use my noggin. So obviously, from what he was saying with the viewpoint, I would think it's where she saw it. But then the order of events could also be it. But I'm thinking where she saw it is probably the one. She tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. It would be pointless for her to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. The witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. In other words, the star witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Yeah, that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. I know this line!
Don't say that.
Me when I lie.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Where was this witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. Place from where Miss Star witnessed the crime was here. Oh god.
And your mom!
Probably the security room.
She does have a boyfriend there.
Does have a boyfriend in the security room. Take that. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security guard room is in the underground parking lot. Wait. Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second level, so you can see the entire lot. You would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. That's true. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Star? How many years have I been getting the better of men? I think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Star. Order. Witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Guilty? Talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, does this strike you as odd? Why didn't the Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. She wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So, tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. Must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? Oh god. Well... Okay. It would change the angle of view to the crime, distance to the crime, difference in lighting. Well... distance is probably most relevant. Because she was like, oh, I know for sure that it was her. But now she's far away. Lighting seems irrelevant. Angle of view. Oh. That could also be something. I feel like distance is most relevant. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Not what I was thinking, but thanks, Phoenix. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness, you... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? I want the squid wheels. I want the squid wheels. I want the squid wheels. The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch to my fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass walled station.
And the security guard did fuck all.
And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the station. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
And you didn't bother asking your boyfriend.
That's why I had to go through the visitor's parking lot in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? Changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. Swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. Normal thing to say. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely! Uh-oh. Right, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? It took 5 minutes to get over there. I'm gonna call it 5:18, which was 6 minutes after the car parked. Guess I have the time on the phone? That's probably the best thing I have. Time on the phone call, but we'll save anyway. Objection! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. He's funny. You have the instinct of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. This guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. He even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yarg. Maybe when I say yarg. Well then, seems we've come to the end of this testimony. She has a grudge against the defendant, and there's blank in her testimony. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. Afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned, and that court is adjourned. He's so cool. Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid meals, right? Would you shut up already? When she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. No, you don't! What was that? Another one of her trick lunchboxes. My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo!
Dude.
A triple-decker! Out of the deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. She's going to pull out of her lunchbox this time. Decisive evidence. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other was the defendant Miss Lana Sky's blood. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Where's the shoe, though? What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed. Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What?
We also have the polyamorous queens.
Literally. You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edward sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe had already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence from Mr. Edgeworth. He's like, ugh. God, get her out of here, get her out of here, I hate her, I hate her. That right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edward is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really. Hi. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding. Hi, Smiley, welcome back.
Hi, Smiley.
What did I miss besides, probably
Oh
that?
god. A fucking year-long testimony.
The woman is bizarre, and she's a liar. And she hates Edgeworth. So she should die.
Why would she lie? Believe woman.
It appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. Well, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Victim's shoe added to the court record. I would like to look at the shoe. White enamel shoe, There's traces of blood from Goodman and Lanasky. Oh god. Go again. Blood. This blood. My sister's, right? It appears so. And his right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. Must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Poor sis. Anything else on the shoe? More blood. Ah! There's blood here too. On the sole of the shoe? Got to be the victim's. Must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. All this blood. Horrible.
It's not even that much blood.
No. This blood might be an important clue. Okay. I'm assuming that this blood is also the same blood as the other blood. Yeah. Any other exciting things in the shoe of blood? Oh. Darkness.
Hole?
Oh,
Oh. Alright, bye, shoe. I'm assuming I'll need the shoe, so. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Again. Decisive evidence. Again. Should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. Yeah. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up? Oh. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime. I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe is my secret weapon if it should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need to prove. That evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. Got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Makes sense. After all, a man was stabbed here. That blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other was the defendant, Miss Lanasky's blood. I can't say for sure the blood belonged to the victim with a blood test. You kind of know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh. Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types: A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from the blood test whether a murder was performed in cold blood.
that's nothing, Phoenix.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
No, he's so right, though.
Actually, if you combine all the various blood tests, there are millions of types. Practically impossible to narrow a blood sample down to one person. Or so I hear. Millions of types? If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results.
There's really millions of types of blood. So.
Literally. But they said there's very little doubt that it could be anyone's but Miss Lanasky's. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
Nope.
Brady was going to say that. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
Wrong.
I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, use enough hot water to make a whole batch of soup. Right. Do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? Critical. What's wrong with the victim's shoe? There's a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. Then you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? So what's the problem with the evidence? Oh boy. It's right here. If it will... Okay. See that? I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Nope. That would make you the victim. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? Well, he was stabbed in the chest. Blue Badger. I don't have a picture of, like, the tape, but wasn't he, like, wasn't his, like, legs in the car and, like, the rest of him was out of the car when they found him?
I mean, I think so.
They are always putting me through the trials. I can't save. They hate me. They hate me. They hate me.
Present the blue badger.
Okay. No, I don't want to present the blue badger.
No.
You're just a little hater.
Oh, I didn't know they would let me look at this. The awesome knight.
It's a very nice knife.
Hey, look at the blue badger.
Look at the blood. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends
Peeling
roughing it in the wild. He's
Absolutely not.
He's peeling apples. Edgeworth in the wild. I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
Absolutely not.
No. Yeah, that's a scary thought. Do I have anything else about it that's cool or good? Doesn't seem like it does. Let's see. He was stabbed in the chest. I know that. We also have this note, which I can't even spin around in circles. What's the point? Delta, parking lot floor plans, time photo, victim shoe. The only thing that, well, wait. Was there any blood on the ground?
Doesn't look like it.
Is blood like on her shirt? That's not helpful. I guess this is my only thing so far, so why not? The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note at the bottom of the victim's covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found? But wait. Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? I'm real good at talking today. Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. Now Phoenix appears. Thank you for appearing in putting image.
These beautiful Nintendo DS graphics.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. If there were bloody footprints, they would have been found. We checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order! Well, witness? What, huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? That you were tapping your eyebrow. I see. Now I get it. What? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. You were a hoodwink to the very end. Like that movie. But she slipped. There was one vital hint of truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. Knocked my hands aside, knocked over an oil drum. Well, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Roar. I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it
I love
empty?
when he points. I feel like he's
I do
pointing at
too.
me.
I do too. I think it's awesome.
It has a similar energy to the picture of Eminem throwing a rat at you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edward.
Point at gay people.
So apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness. Well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. With water? What does that mean? Phoenix. Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her.
Oil.
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 That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence. Reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't say she cut herself when she stabbed him. Oh, didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So my sister's blood on the shoe. That's when it happened? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? My sister has confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it. But... enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lettuce-Sky. Hold it. You again. Little girl. What did you just say? Oh, never mind, it wasn't her.
Oh.
Huh? Me? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Oh my god. Oh my god, she hates the prosecution. She'll never accept that. Well, yeah, you are. Saying my sister hid evidence by erasing bloody footprints. Well. I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, just don't tell me you have something else. You've reached your verdict, Your Honor. Any further comments will be held in contempt of court. The threats don't scare the cop of Queen. Exactly. Look at this. Photograph?
Look at this photograph.
I had this just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. You know, room for error in this evidence? Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Maybe after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. Not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not. Here I come. Sorry. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up the asphalt. Wait. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore?
No.
Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't.
No.
Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. The last one submitted. Trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right? Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Like, yeah. We'll worry about that. He's gonna figure it out on the fly. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Don't report the problem in this photograph. I'm like trying to parse what's happening. Is this like ants?
I think it's like his coat, and he's like his leg is like kind of slowly through the slit.
Yeah. And now he's got the weapon. The weapon was found in his chest, right? Like, that's not weird, right? I'm mostly worried about the shoe. And that his shoe is off. So, I guess I'll do this. Well, it's probably here, don't you think? Good lord, he hates it. As your elder, Mr. Wright, let me give you a piece of advice. When you point at something, at least remember to keep your eyes open. I believe he's trying to say that no one's falling for your bluffs, Mr. Wright. Open your eyes, Mr. Wright. Think scientifically. So since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Okay. His star.
Maybe his other foot also doesn't have a shoe.
I can't even see his other foot. Maybe it's
Exactly. So how can you know that it has a shoe?
Talk jump scare.
literally.
I'll give you a hint that you were very close to what you should be looking at.
Is it the knife?
No. You need to look at this image. You need to look at every tiny detail in this image.
You need to look at this photograph.
And laugh.
Is it this nonsense? How I can't tell what the hell is going on here?
Why are you on his crotch?
Because I
is
can't
not
tell
his
what's
penis.
happening. Is it the knife?
Looking at his.
It
It's
is
not
not
on his
knife.
body. It's not the body.
You were looking close to where you should be looking.
The water?
Penis.
No.
Nope. We
the
know the water.
Exhaust?
It's that damn foot.
It's not the foot.
No,
Man,
you already presented
Don't
that.
lie to me.
You already presented it.
I
What
know
did you
that.
think was
Ryan,
the
I literally just watched you touch what you were supposed to be looking at.
And then I told him that it was the foot, and he believed me for whatever reason.
This is, you can't lie to me ever. The exhaust pipe is funny to me. There's sludge in
Yeah?
there.
Yeah,
Sludge?
man?
Sludge.
Ain't that weird?
Go present.
I
your
don't
damn
know,
sludge.
it could be.
Oil.
Oil.
The problem in this photograph is here.
Is that it doesn't make me laugh.
What's this?
Yo,
There's
who,
something poking out of the car's muffler. Oh,
Who? You get your penis out of that
What?
muffler.
I forgot about muffler.
Literally, what did he say?
I don't know.
There's some cum dripping out of there, man.
Don't say that.
Hey.
You can't say that. You can't
I
say that.
can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Not on the internet.
Yes, I can.
You can't
Anyway,
just.
Not
That's
everyone.
illegal.
anyway, I forgot about the magic muffler.
Well,
For
you
just a
shouldn't
moment,
have.
Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor. You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf in any kind of in this photograph. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system. A pipe. This is the pipe.
I
I see,
Now
and
I'm
I
giggling
see.
because I've heard it called a toot pipe, which I think is funny
Oh my god.
because I have the maturity of a baby.
What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
sus.
So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You don't know that.
Sorry, Miss Starr. But it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this cloth and muffler is related to this case. This is a phone call. Of course. Miss Starr, recall your testimony from the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Ah. Yeah. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh, woo, arg. That's how I sound. Well, means we will have to suspend the proceedings. Thus.
Sus.
Thus.
Sorry.
Then.
Hold on.
Stanley, what do you hear? Stanley heard me say sus, and he was like,
Stanley.
what are you
Put
doing?
Stanley on the phone.
Oh, okay. He has nothing to say.
You can continue. I got sus.
Awesome. I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Whew. That was close. Dog's barking, by the way. But we
Whoa.
made it. At least for now. He's talking extra slow because he's extra tired. The court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime, after all. He's still hungry? They haven't fed him ever. Ooh, Stanley's itchy. Ooh, he's so itchy. He's itchy.
Oh.
Quite itchy. Happy 11:56 a.m.
Happy 11:30.
Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials
Mr.
always
Wright?
like this with you? Yes. Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach a surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Pretty much.
Yeah, that's sad.
Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. What happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
Chambers, you say?
Honestly. Oh, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. So, why are you saying that? Hola, partner. Oh god. They say you show a red claw to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. Got the place locked down tighter than a
Thanks
fort
for
in enemy
asking.
territory. What is going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Bet you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? See, you could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. He wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Yeah, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. Saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon. I'd have seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? The photograph taken at the crime scene. She wasn't wearing a scarf. So the star wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you just gotta let the bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some ribs. Ooh-wee! Thanks, man. Happy 12:32 p.m. I'd like to resume? What's up? Judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen.
You look like you're gonna throw up.
Literally.
He is.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Are we all?
Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is not acceptable. What are you talking about, man?
He is.
Seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. He's in his own mind, in his own world. Excuse me. Knock knock? Who's there?
Oh fuck! How did you get in here?
Who are you? What's with this guy? Strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey!
His fumes.
The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he?
Literally his fumes.
Ah, it's you. Blinking! Oh, sorry I'm late. Aji! The roads are packed, it's just me. Long time no see, eh, Aji? How you been? So much these days. Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, Aji, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Aji seems to be a nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right.
That's his boyfriend.
Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Haha. So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about our little Worthy giving you all the trouble. Righto and Worthy. You know, we should all go swimming together sometime.
He is a tie just like Slayer from Guilty Gear.
He does. Golly. Little Worthy. Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. And he looks like this, and he blinks at you like this. James Gant. Damon Gant. Damon? Get a name?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't
He
know.
doesn't even know who Damon is.
He doesn't even know Damon.
I don't.
Damon from.
You don't even know Damon from Gorillas.
I can't say that I do.
You don't even know Damon from the world.
Nope.
You don't know Damon, my friend Damon.
Pleasure to meet you, everyone. Stanley's trying to escape. Stanley, come back here. Come back.
Free him.
Come back. Come back. He is looking at me, and he does not care.
Free my
You don't
man.
matter.
Why do you want to leave? He licked his lips at me.
Maybe he has to go potty.
He always is going potty.
Well,
Not
then
true.
maybe that's
That's
what
I
he
lied. I lied.
Sis,
Why would you-
why are you lying on the internet? That's like
Are you
illegal.
lying? Why
Sorry.
are you telling lies about Stanley?
I would never.
How could you do this to us?
You
I would never lie.
I'm unsubscribing. I'm leaving chat.
No!
No.
No, don't. Wait, I'll be right back. I'm letting him escape. He is free.
Wow.
See, most of the time, he tries to escape because he thinks it's dinner time. And it's just not. It just
It is
really
dinner.
isn't. It's not.
Is it
Have you
all?
already had dinner?
No. He has dinner when we have dinner.
Well, I'm gonna have dinner soon, so maybe you should give him dinner.
Maybe. I don't even know what we're having for dinner.
I'm having spaghetti.
That's awesome. The judge wants to know what we owed this honor today.
The judge wants to know what we're having for dinner.
The judge wants to know what we're having for dinner. It's been over 2 years since I last ate dinner, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at that poor fellow.
Really so real.
He's gonna fucking keel over right on this, right in the courtroom.
I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. This guy's so bizarre, I love his face. Why does he blink for so long? Really quite embarrassing even for us. What are you doing to your
I like
hair?
him. He's so cute to me.
He's
Touching
playing
him.
with it.
He's
I
funny.
do this.
He's like a cat.
I do this
What's
with my
this?
hair.
It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Those are illegal here.
What? In, like, where you live? Like, just
Yeah.
entirely?
Just in the world, in general.
Well,
That's
the
not
ones
true.
that like fold out are fine, but the ones that like pop out are illegal.
Wait, what do you mean fold out and pop out?
Ones that like open on a hinge are legal, but ones that like pop out with a spring are not.
Oh. Well, yeah, that sounds stupid. I can
Butterfly
imagine
knife not allowed.
that. Chief! What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth. How can they miss such a vital piece of evidence? Your investigators are this lax. How do you expect us to do your job? Or how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy.
Do your job.
I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, Miles Edgeworth. That's no fair. The day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious?
Nah.
Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. The first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Just going right for the kneecaps. Ugh. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The
I
blade,
want
Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it for me, I wonder? Yes,
You've
well,
never seen a knife before, you want to okay.
I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Even if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on,
That's
just hurry up and open
really
it.
not even true. You still point at people.
It's true. He'd be in trouble. Right? I like the stain. Explain. Ah! Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. Dark but stained. Blood?
I keep thinking that she's holding a cigarette between her fingers. It's like just a pencil.
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I'd like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. Terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us?
He wants to play with the knife too.
About the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife? Sure thing, not a problem. Not even a little one, really. He's jolly. He's jovial. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Plus, there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman.
He's literally... His eyes are so blue.
That was a bad day for...
Little blue eyes.
That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. Time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to your case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Aji.
That's illegal.
We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! Anyway, we at the police department are all flustered, and as you might well assume, we're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Or top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
Okay.
With the whole general public in the stands. I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? Chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Anybody else want some?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. Let's save the game, because if we mess up, they're gonna kill me. And hopefully one day this day will end. So that we can... like... done. I didn't think we were gonna be playing this for 2.5 hours. Just on the first day.
Oh, yeah.
Just the first
Yeah,
day.
About to be over.
Oh,
Okay, good.
But yeah, this case is very long.
I can't say how here. Okay. Plus there's evidence to prove a connection between the knife and Goodman. This knife was found at the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connect to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on in the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that would give us a clue. Let's examine the knife while we can, Righto. Calling him Righto! Evidence that links this knife to Goodman. Perhaps the pieces are falling into place. Well, let's have a look. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? Not sure. Reminds me of a similar code. DL6, maybe it's a case number? That's weird. What? I don't remember where. I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. I like that they're like nudging me in the direction very, very forcefully.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's the only thing that I'm allowed to look at. Unless there's something on the other side, but I don't think so. Nathan Venom. 6-7S. 12/2. I should try presenting a piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time. So, how are things down at the department? That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See what a mess. Crime, Black 15, scary coincidence. Not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Prosecutor's office, Black police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. Did already. The only thing that he says that's related to this case is this, so... Question. Am I allowed to just present the knife, or do I have to present the other evidence?
Answer.
Answer! Do I have to present the other evidence that he's, like, concerned about? Because these are the only two things that I can imagine having to present.
It's the... You want an actual answer?
Yeah.
It's the other evidence.
Okay.
It's not the knife.
I wasn't sure if they were gonna be like, oh, here's the knife, and it has this tag, and, like, what's so crazy about the tag? Was worried they were gonna make me go in, like, a roundabout way, as they tend to. Wait a second! Ah, at last! An honest-to-goodness objection! This knife has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha, an honest-to-goodness, what do you mean? From the judge. This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL-92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. This. 6-7S 12/2. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside... The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But if you turn it around, what do you get? Ah!
Oh.
When he wrote this note, he was holding the paper upside down. SL9. It's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order, order. Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. I win? Game is this guy playing? There's evidence in the case. It was stolen from the police department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the detective. Or for the department. For the detective. Alright, so... That was evidence in a case stolen from the department's evidence room. Okay. I'm allowed to save again, so I'm gonna, because I don't want them to eat my exclamation. And make me sad. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Literally. Nice, nice, nice! Good show, little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. This knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found on the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. I'm going to think there isn't a connection there. So... I know that they were doing, like, the evidence, whatever it's called. They were sorting all the evidence or whatever. But I don't know what to say about that.
Remix.
Remix.
You have to show them the blue creature.
I do. I really, really, truly do. Ah. That's Goodman's ID.
Remix.
I'm allowed to zoom in on this. Become large. Wow. Looks great.
Those beautiful 3DS graphics.
Not even the 3DS.
Oh, sorry.
If only.
This was the Nintendo
If it
DS,
was,
baby.
if it was, we'd be in better shape. Maybe an ID number written here. If it was Goodman, ID 5842189. I wonder why they only use numbers for ID. What else would they use? Letters, silly. They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Detective Bruce Goodman. ID Yabba Dab. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabba Dab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. See? Doesn't take much to amuse her. Picture of him. That's it. It says Sergeant. That's not helpful. I don't know why there was like a break in the clickable thing. The knife was stolen. It wasn't used for this murder, probably.
Props.
Am I supposed to present on this at all? Or is there other stuff that I'm supposed to? That day for department.
For an actual answer?
In a minute.
07.
The detective was killed at the department with a vest. Time of the crime, 5:15. See a coincidence. Not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it. And that night, doing here. Did I check the knife out? I did already. There's a thing on it. Okay, I do want to answer now.
You have to press on
Another one of the other things.
yeah.
But if I press the wrong thing, they're gonna be mad at me, right?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so.
He said something about like questions that don't pertain. Or maybe because I already proved that it's related that it's okay. Something didn't happen at the police department too, did it? You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. Chief, something happened? Why haven't I heard? Why haven't you heard? Or why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You're busy with that Lannis. You were busy, what with Lannis' case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? The detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But, there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, right? I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case. Ooh, good one. This gets sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. I get to pick. Killed at the police department, so... How was the victim killed and when the victim died? I don't know. I want to know how the victim was killed, probably. The other ones I feel like I already know, unless there's some weird, bizarre nonsense going on, which seems too much for, like, something happening outside of the main case. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we see in the force called... It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. A knife? Exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit.
You can't kill people with a knife. That's stuff. Knives are for cutting up your food. Why would you use
Exactly.
it to kill somebody? That's like
Well, he just said we're
messed
cooking
up.
now, so it's okay.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's fine.
But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit
The guy
harder.
also took his shoe off.
Time of the crime, 5:15. 5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? Murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence. It's just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Gant, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. Loves to say this to me. Better look at the knife. Type of evidence in the case. Stolen. That day for the department. The detective was killed at the police department. Time of the crime is 5:15. Wondering if they're gonna give me more things I can ask. They're gonna let me ask anything else? Tell me where the victim was found. Was he perhaps in a car? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room of the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that. The evidence room?
We got tased there once.
Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? Like, was evidence in the case, stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket into town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. I can get Gant to testify about the details.
Remix.
Pete, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had written down the numbers of the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the murder... Wait, And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Thanks. Indeed.
Sorry.
That.
There do seem to be
I
too many
burped.
connections for it to be a coincidence. I like that you burped and then the judge nodded his head and said indeed. He's like profound. I love his slow blinks. He's so funny.
That was some
You two
profound
make a
stuff,
good
you know?
pair. Good pair. It took my man 2 days to find out what you had deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Victim's division, the victim's ID number, the victim's gender. Well, they do seem... Phoenix seems to be pretty locked onto that ID number, so maybe we'll find out the ID number. How about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name, after all. You keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't get getting your hopes up. Number is...
Blanks.
5842189. Wait a damn minute. Now that just doesn't make sense! Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it! Even get the first number right? Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. This tells me something.
This tells me nothing!
Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? Has to be what I think it is. What does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? It tells me that this number is the same. Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news.
Owned.
Hey.
Owned.
Huh? Just come
I
out
have
with
to
both
put the
guns
I have to
blazing.
use the air horn.
Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. The police department. Prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh-ho! Is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? The ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personnel ID is a top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. You can get the first number wrong. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Smiling. Oh, sharp as attack, Righto, sharp as attack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yep, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. What we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location? Order. Pete, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours.
Oh,
What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! We were there, literally when it happened. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. Got your report, sir. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report? Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me, he said that report had nothing to do with the Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on top of the report. Written right on top of the report. Aha! Typo. Send his ass to typos.
ooh.
Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, it's a serious error, a gross negligence on the duty of your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I...
Blanks cutely.
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. New evidence may only be submitted if it concerns the case on trial. How is this relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No.
I like how animated you were in saying that.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no. It seems we've come to the end of this trial. You are becoming a thorn in my side, Worthy. There have been rumors. After all, you were in the defendant's chair just last year. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do, you better get results this time. Really? Sorry. I'm so sorry. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. We will grant one further day, as the prosecution has requested. Will this be sufficient? Will this be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? No question mark. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. He continued.
Yippee!
Yippee! We beat the game.
We beat the
Nope.
game.
Forever and ever.
We're not doing it.
Uh,
We're out of here. The end.
This case is so fucking long.
it's really long.
The credits are rolling on their own. Thank you, Nightbot,
Well.
and Zag and Jay.
Of course.
Thanks for hanging out as always.
It is always a pleasure.
Yippee! There's some nonsense happening in the schedule.
Yeah.
They are making me play not on Thursday at 3 p.m., but on Friday at 3 p.m. So
My neighbors are going ham with the vacuum cleaner, sorry.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, well.
I heard like a bump, but I don't know if that was
bump.
like a mic or like somebody hitting the wall.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. Anyway,
Well.
so we'll play some Psychonauts 2, probably, unless everyone is gone forever. Then we might do something else. But yeah,
And Orion will play Wordle forever.
I'll play Wordle Infinite. I'll play Wordle 2.
We'll do a co-Wordle. And Orion
do
and
a
I will play Wordle
co-Wordle.
together.
We'll do the mini.
We're gonna stream Sudoku again, and we're gonna make a new you know your damage when a medium scares you and an auto. No, when an automatic check for mistake scares you and a medium doesn't.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do something on Friday, not Thursday. Goodbye.
Goodbye.